aside from that, I am also very interested in the idea of our next story, which is the options on the IBIT ETF, the BlackRock ETF for Bitcoin. And I mean, we talked about options in after hours on TradingView. I'm talking about options all the time. Options to me are like what the market is. So everyone will forgive me, but I mean, it's a place to make money. You can make quite a bit of money on that. And what I'm interested in Bitcoin is that we've had a drop in realized volatility in Bitcoin over the last 10 years, right? Not only versus altcoins and stuff like that, but even what you would expect from what used to be a 70 vol asset. I mean, at one point it was a 100 vol asset. And so the idea was, okay, if you're holding on to your Bitcoin, or if you don't want to deal with the secondary space, you want to deal with your Bitcoin. Well, if I'm not going to get the upside, like, why shouldn't I jump to Solana? Why should I jump to Ethereum? Why shouldn't I jump to other things that are going up higher if number go up is what I want? Well, what happens? Yeah. Well, what happens with the lower realized volatility in Bitcoin? It means that if they add options onto it, well, now you can get your volatility. Right, you can have volatility within the option space without necessarily the volatility within the asset, or the other way around. The options can cause gamma squeezes within the options, can cause volatility within the underlying asset. So we might actually, one way or another, be reintroducing volatility to Bitcoin holders, either on spot or in the option space, which to me is super exciting, because if these options get approved, then that paves the way for a bunch of other Bitcoin ETFs to get their options approved. And imagine Bitcoin at, what is it, $65,000 now, back at when Bitcoin was 5,000, that volatility. If that comes back in, well, then the $5,000 a coin, the $1 million a coin, it's not off the table. Because these gamma squeezes with liquidity being pumped in, you don't know where that can go. You tell me you saw, not you, but the royal you tell me that you saw GameSpot going at $75 or whatever it went to, or the high number that it went to. You tell me you saw that. Well, we know that's options led. Options drives that. You tell me the options driving NVIDIA. Options play a huge role, and we're introducing that now to global traders on the Bitcoin space. Are you following this at all? Are you interested? Does this give you more of a desire to jump into the option space?
Well, I mean, we had this conversation recently. The last time I had the ability to even trade options on crypto was FTX.us, or the ledger there. So the idea that we could trade options on these ETF wrappers obviously opens the door to more people participating in the crypto market through derivatives. That's exciting. That means that could push the liquidity around that. And I think that could also provide an opportunity for me, because I don't ever want to take a risk on one of these sort of third-party unregulated exchanges in options. And obviously, SBF kind of ruined it for everybody there, where I don't really trust any exchange unless I know that they're well audited anymore. So the idea of being able to do it through a regulated exchange and regulated entity is definitely exciting.
I used to trade options on Deribit, which was the only platform that I knew that allowed for options tradings directly on spot Ethereum and Bitcoin. But then it became no longer available to Canadian residents. And even when I was trading it, you weren't getting big gamma squeezes or big moves, because it wasn't an extremely liquid market. The idea here that these options that are going to be on the ETFs will be in the mix with the market makers and the dealers that are there, and that it'll be subject to all the same sort of forces that now I'm very familiar with, is what really makes me excited. Not just options, but that they're happening on US exchanges, because the possibilities for things to go absolutely crazy with prices really opens up the door without me taking on any more risk, because I pay the premium for the option. I know I can't lose any more than that. I'm not writing options. I'm not selling options. I'm just buying options, and then I can just hold my crypto. I can accumulate my crypto like I've been doing, without having to like gamble within the crypto space in order to get the 10x, 100x. I can do that within the option space, which I like a lot more.
I want to sort of tack on to this subject around IBIT and specifically BlackRock and the relationship that BlackRock has with Coinbase. Are you aware of the rumors that were circulating that Coinbase was effectively selling paper Bitcoin to BlackRock